my track record on the internet has been to kind of clarify overhated individuals, but there's a certain creator by the name of MrBeast where I would like to provide a little bit of devil's advocate for his behavior as of late. He obviously they just raised $12 million for charity. But I think MrBeast is kind of misplaying a little bit here, and I want to talk about that.
So, MrBeast raised over $12 million towards providing clean drinking water for communities in need. Wow. That's actually really cool. It's nice to see a rich person, for once, opening up the gospel of wealth and give back to the communities that made him rich in the first place. And of course, the less fortunate. Bro thinks 12 million is a lot. LMFAO. Send it to Gaza. Like if you agree until he sees it. MrBeast is genuinely one of the most evil people alive today. I mean that. Okay, look, I agree that MrBeast isn't a complete saint. He has been involved in some scummy shit. I mean, just this year, Jimmy had a Las Vegas...
I will give a hot take that everybody's thinking but no one will say. MrBeast, why don't we take care of America first? Just my opinion. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Why don't we focus on helping America first before we go to other countries, right? Maybe we just consider that. Because, I'll be real, and I'm just gonna be honest, we have already sent $1.3 trillion to Africa, and it really don't look that different. So maybe there's something wrong with the infrastructure over there. But you'd assume by now, if there was a way to fix that, we would have done it. And yeah, I just don't think that it's going to get fixed, to be completely honest.
Immersion Event where you'd pay thousands of dollars to unbox a bunch of crappy prizes. I guess we should just be happy it wasn't a Chris Tyson Immersion Event. All right, everyone, open up your boxes for a fun surprise. What the hell is this? Is that CP? My box has a bunch of Shadman art. Why is mine sticky? MrBeast actually responded to the people calling him out, which he tends to do, and I don't blame him for doing that. Being criticized for committing a selfless act is fucking stupid, especially from people who just complain all day and don't contribute anything to society. Anyways, Jimmy had this to say, and personally I think it's a very reasonable response.
I know where you live, and I will hunt down every single one of you. I am MrBeast. I am God. I saw that tweet. This was crazy.
Oh man, I'm out of breath. That was a lot of slopping. I think you guys deserve something a little bit more worth your while. I think it's time for another Diesel Patches life lesson video. We've learned how to get a job. I've taught you how to properly build your finances by developing.
Let me really quick. Let me show you the issue with what happened with MrBeast. Right. This is the reason why people are upset, and I'm just gonna play it straight down the middle. The problem is this tweet where he says, I raised $12 million to get hundreds of thousands of people clean water and save countless people from dying. Twitter, MrBeast is evil. Listen, Jimmy, you have to understand, right? It wasn't you that did this. Sure, you were a catalyst, but it was a collective effort. What you should say is we. You did not give $12 million. You called random B-list celebrities and extorted them for money live on camera when informing them that they're in front of 250,000 people, and if they don't donate money, they're going to get a hate thread. Now, I'm going to be real. I think charity should be given because people want to, not because they were coerced into doing so by being said, well, if you don't do this, you're going to receive a shit ton of hate on the internet, just like what happened with Kai Cenat, because Kai Cenat didn't donate, and he got about 350 hate threads. So you just need to stop pressuring people to donate. Let people come on their own terms, as well as stop saying that you did this when what you were a catalyst to raise 12 million, and use terms like we, and you'll rub a lot less people the wrong way. And then if you do all of that and people are still upset at you, well, then you know they're just doing it for clicks. However, I can see a lot of people feeling some type of way when, let's just be real, Trainwrecks himself gave $2.8 million. Another streamer, he never made a post about it. He never talked about it. And then you say, I raised 12 million myself, right? Trainwrecks alone fueled nearly 1/5 to almost 1/4 of the entire fundraiser. Let's stop with the whole, I did this. You just coerce people in front of a bunch of people, which is still great. You got money to a good cause. But just say it was a collective effort, not, I did this, me and me alone. Obviously, that's going to piss people off. Guys, you know what I'm saying here?
Developing some saving strategies. And now that you're actually making money, we must now review how to do your taxes. Alright guys, so today we're going to learn how to analyze and utilize a W-2. The form does look a bit scary for newcomers. Go ahead and show you that. But it's got a bunch of boxes and numbers, but really it's simple, especially if you file your taxes through a third party and this is your only source of income. I recommend doing that, especially if this is one of the first times, if not the first time, you're filing your taxes. TurboTax or HR Block pretty much does the same thing, so you can have your pick. The first thing I want to establish, though, before you jump into your taxes, is that you'll be given the opportunity to have a quote-unquote tax expert to help you out. These are always offered on every tax third-party site. But listen, they're not going to find anything within your taxes that you will not be able to find yourself. Doing your taxes should probably take a maximum of an hour. You don't need a tax...
Yeah, tell that to Sophia. She's been putting off doing her taxes for 9 fucking months. Or some people who just do not do this shit. Have fun in jail. Have fun in prison.
Expert to do all that for you. It's a waste of money. Don't procrastinate. Sit down, do your taxes like a big boy, and then go do whatever you need to do. Now you're probably Now you're probably expecting some sort of hack, or as the kids say these days, cheat codes to pay less taxes. Unfortunately, such a method doesn't exist.
I'm getting bored.
There's an old saying, don't let the tax tail wag the dog. Essentially, you should refrain from fixating on tax deductions to minimize the amount you'll be paying that tax year.
Okay, this joke goes on for 5 minutes. Let me explain the joke. So the joke that he's making is that MrBeast took $15 million from other B-list celebrities. He filed all of that himself. So now he himself got $15 million of a write-off on his taxes. And then claimed for the sole ownership of running it while he being the guy who got all of the credit for doing so. I hope that helps explain the joke. But the MrBeast hate for this situation is just acknowledge it was a group effort. Don't say it was just you. And maybe we focus on fixing the country that we live in rather than the country where we've already given $1.3 trillion to, and it looks the same. But real quick, let me rephrase that. Since 1970, Africa has received an estimate $2.6 trillion. Trillion dollars. Right? So yes, unfortunately, I don't even think that makes a percent of how much has already been given to Africa. And while I really want to believe that it's going to make a difference, I don't think putting all the Africans in Air Jordans is necessarily going to fucking do anything. Anyways, I appreciate all y'all watching. Yeah, that will hopefully explain to you why people feel some type of way of what happened. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Peace, boys.